Welcome back to Drive It Out, everyone. My name is Adam, and we are here at the 2022 Kansas City International Auto Show here in Kansas City, Missouri. And I tell you what, here in Kansas City, Missouri, we build F-Series trucks. We like Ford trucks. The hard-working men and women of Kansas City build F-Series trucks. But this one here is built on a truck frame, but it's an SUV. This is the 2022 Ford Expedition. This is the Timberline edition. This one is really hardcore. Let's look at the front here. Now, this styling is unique to the Timberline. I actually love this little mountain range logo here that they've added and put on. But they dressed this one up to let you know this one is has a little bit extra of everything, right? So this is going to be a direct competitor with like the new Jeep Grand Wagoneer, right? This is a big SUV with big power and big towing capacity, right? Now, what differs here from that Grand Wagoneer and maybe from a Chevy Tahoe or Suburban or something like that is there's no V8 here. This is that EcoBoost twin turbo 3.5 liter V6, right? But you still have good power. You've got over 400 horsepower here and over 500 foot-pounds of torque. Now, they're talking about a towing capacity with this version of over 9,000 pounds. So you're talking about 9,300 pounds. Now that Grand Wagoneer, I believe, would do 10,000, but 9,300 is close. But if you're a Ford guy, you like this, I think this thing still definitely has some chops. Now let's start by looking down here. You get these cool 18-inch wheels, some hardcore tires here. They look pretty good, those Goodyear Wranglers, but this thing is gonna be okay. It's got a nice ride height. You can be not afraid at all to go off-road with this family hauler. This thing is quite nice. Now they've added a lot of amenities here as well. Let's come around here to the back. As you know, this is a big 3-row SUV, right? So you've got 3 rows. You can put these down. It's electronic. You've got buttons. You have okay storage back here with those seats up, but when you put those down, you're going to have a ton of storage back here. If you don't need passengers to be in that 3rd row, you've got some more storage underneath here as well. But this is very nice. They have done a lot here with the interior to make sure that you feel like you're being spoiled a little bit. Now let's go ahead and start with the 2nd row. Those are nice big captain's chairs with a nice amount of leg room there. So definitely if you're in the back, you are not feeling left out. You also can have that panoramic sunroof that you can still enjoy if you are in the back, and it's looking pretty good. And this one's a unique color. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it has a little bit of green in it, which is quite unique. And they've carried that over onto the interior as well. Maybe you'll be able to see it in contrast to the gray here on the door. But they've got 3 colors going in here because you've got this gray, you've got this green, you've got this orange stitching that they've kind of put all over here. But if you look in here, you will see something that may look familiar. This is the big giant screen that Ford started using in the Mach-E. Now, this is a huge display. It really reminds me of the display perhaps in the new Ram trucks. It's a very big portrait layout display, but it's very nice. But what is unique about that Ford does is they put that dial in the center, and I'm actually a big fan of that because that's something you can reach for, and just by touch you can do things, you can operate it. You've got the part in the middle you can press, and you can keep your eyes on the road the entire time. You also have good buttons on the steering wheel, provide good dexterity, good texture, so you can memorize those by feel. You have an all digital gauge cluster as well that helps for being able to kind of customize what you're looking at. But listen, you're going to have no shifter over here. This is a dial, right? You have a dial for shift modes, right? And you have a dial for drive modes as well. So they're trying to streamline everything here, make it all easy. Now, I will say that if you think about the Ford Lightning over there, they've done some similar things in there. They've got that really big, nice display. They're putting good screens in here, and this feels a lot like that. They're really raising the level of all of their vehicles, the Bronco included, and they're just really starting to make you feel like it's a really nice place to be inside. And this Expedition is no different. But if you are shopping for a large SUV, and maybe you're looking at Chevrolet, maybe you're looking at a GMC Yukon, or maybe you're looking at a Grand Wagoneer, or maybe even the new Toyota Sequoia, right? You're going to be, I don't think you need to pass on the Expedition. I think you need to come look at the Ford Expedition because they're doing things in the interior here at Ford that I really like, and it helps it to feel tough and rugged. I think it's going to last a long time and age pretty well in here, but it still feels nice. Materials are good. I like the shapes they're using in here, and this, it definitely reminds me of kind of what they're doing on the interior of the Bronco and some of the other vehicles vehicles, but I like this Expedition. I think they're a handsome vehicle. It's kind of a staid design. It looks really good. They're not going crazy or wild with it, but I'm a fan. So if you're looking for a really large SUV, a large people hauler, that also is going to have some off-road chops, definitely check out the Ford Expedition in this Timberline edition. Is pretty cool. So again, we are at the 2022 Kansas City International Auto Show here in Kansas City, Missouri. We have been able to look at a lot of really awesome vehicles here, so please check out those other videos as well. Don't forget to subscribe. You've found us on youtube.com/driveitout. We are also at Drive It Out on Instagram, driveitout.com, and I am personally on Instagram at naturallyaspiratedadam. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
So let's talk about